Hey everybody, Julie here from Mostly Caffeinated. It's Friday again for you guys, so it's time for another 5 on Friday. You're gonna work?
Walk with the dog.
Oh, you're gonna walk with the dog. Okay. Yes, we need to go walk the dog when I'm finished here. But anyway, I wanted to get this video filmed for you guys, and if I waited until nap time with the uploading, and stuff, it would take too long in the day. It'd be too late. So I thought I'd try to film it this morning. Yes. And of course, until I started, my kids were playing contentedly in their play kitchen over there off screen. And they would have just been a little bit of background noise, and it would have been fine. But as soon as I turn the camera on, they become infatuated, and they have to come over here. But you know what? If my channel is going to be about, authentic mothering, then this is how it is. You don't always have your lap to yourself or your perfect camera setup.
No.
Sometimes your toddler hits your bigger toddler on the head. Whatever. But anyway, today's 5 on Friday is going to be about a quick one. 5 natural remedy type things. 5 ways I take care of my family without prescriptions and without going to the doctor. Now, of course, I cannot say that these things are going to be right for you, but they're pretty simple things. It's not like, I'm curing major illnesses here or, treating infectious diseases or anything of that sort. They're just kind of day-to-day first aid types of things that I don't run my kids to the doctor for. Take it with a grain of salt. If you're looking for simple things to do with your family that are a little more holistic, that's all it's about, okay? So, my first thing is something I can actually kind of show you because it's sitting here on my desk. I use some of these first aid brand homeopathic ointments, or Hyland also makes some homeopathic ointments. And to be honest, I treat these the same way I'd treat any other ointment. You might use like a Neosporin or something on an injury, and you don't think twice about whether or not that's going to be effective. But a lot of people, think about these other kinds of ointments for topical use and think that they're crazy and hooky. Well, really, do you know what's in Neosporin and what that's doing and why that's helping? Or would it be just as effective to put a completely innocuous substance on your, cut or scrape or whatever? There's certainly nothing harmful in these. If anything, they're going to do nothing, and that really wouldn't be so terrible because most wounds can, kind of heal on their own anyway. And if they do something, great. So I use some calendula on things like cuts and scrapes and really minor first-degree type burns. This was actually given to me by my midwife for postpartum care for myself, and then I looked into it, and it can also be used for all these other things. It does have kind of a soothing property, like putting any kind of an ointment would on a scrape. And it's great for kids because, kids love to have Band-Aids or medicines or whatever. And this is not actually medicinal. It doesn't have any kind of chemical components in it. It's got no antibiotics or anything like that in it.
6,
But
7,
he's
8,
watching the
9
counter on my video count up. But it makes Linus feel like I'm doing something for him when he has a cut or a scrape, and it does kind of have a soothing, cooling property.
7,
So we use that.
8,
Another thing I use is a little bit of essential oils,
9,
mostly on myself, because I don't know enough about them to be dosing my children with them in any fashion.
7,
And I don't ingest them, and I don't
7,
diffuse them.
8.
For those reasons, I don't know enough about them. I don't want to diffuse them and have my whole family
7,
breathing them in when I'm
8,
not fully
9,
educated.
0,
But I do use them topically on myself
2,
for things like...
6.
Yes, that's very good counting. Could you maybe not count out loud so much right now? Because Mama's filming. Anyway, I use peppermint oil if I have a headache. I put it directly on my forehead. I use tea tree if I have a really tiny minor infection, like if I have a cut that's starting to get a little inflamed, or if I have a toenail that's starting to get kind of ingrown, I'll put like a drop of tea tree oil in there. It's gone overnight. I have tried it on my acne, and I haven't had success there, so I'm not sure about its applications in those situations. Speaking of acne, another thing that I tend to use kind of as a first aid product is honey. I wash my face with honey sometimes, and that helps clear my acne. I've been known to put it on my hair as kind of a hair treatment. It does work in a pinch as an antibacterial ointment, but I don't usually use that because it's sticky and the dog is liable to lick it and it attracts bugs. But I do use it as a face wash, and that tends to work well. I think I'm up to 3. My homeopathic ointments, my essential oils applied topically just to myself, and my use of honey. Okay. Another kind of natural...
Linus wants some tea in a cup after walking.
Okay, Linus wants some tea in a cup after walking. We'll go out of order. I was going to mention tea last, but I'll put tea in here. Many different kinds of teas, which are safe for children and pregnancy and all those kinds of things, really have kind of a medicinal type of property. You can do a chamomile tea to wind down and go to sleep at night, or I used it when I had kind of a nausea, fever, flu type thing last week to kind of calm the nausea. It does that by itself. Peppermint tea is a great pick-me-up, completely decaffeinated and herbal and stuff, and is good cold. And I think I talked about a lot of these in my video on teas. I'll pop that up in an iCard. There's, red raspberry leaf tea for menstrual symptoms. There's lemon tea for if you have a cold, and that's safe for kids. So I can make a pot for myself, and both my kids can drink it. I put some honey in there, which has throat coating properties and helps with coughs and sore throats, as well as being antibacterial for your system. And it's simple, and it's tasty, and it's something you kind of feel like doing anyway. There's a reason that Theraflu is a hot drink mix. It makes you feel better to just have a hot drink. So that's 4 things. They are just rambunctious today. Rambunctious. And my 5th thing is coconut oil. I use that on diaper rashes. It's great on sunburn after the heat is out. I use an ice pack until the heat is out. But after the heat is completely out, that works nice. It's good on chapped skin. It works as a chapstick. It works as a whole body moisturizer. You can use it to moisturize your hair. But it's really great on diaper rashes. Once you get the child completely clean, if they're not into wipes, if that's hurting them, you give them a bath so they're like super, super clean. And then you put coconut oil on their bum, and it's a barrier, a lot like Desitin would be. It keeps their emissions from getting on their diaper rash and further irritating or burning if you've got an acidic situation, and that's why you've got the diaper rash. And it heals the skin at the same time. And it's easy to keep around, and it's cheap, and it comes in big quantities, and you only need a tiny little bit. I use that as baby lotion for my kids, chapstick for my kids. If they have like chapped face from windburn or something, I use it as that. So there's my 5 things. My homeopathic ointments, essential oils used topically on myself because that's all I know well how to do. Honey for lots of different applications, teas, and coconut oil. So I hope that helps you guys out a little bit. After 10 minutes of my kids yelling and screaming in the background, let's just be real. This is my job, and I can't always quit my day job to do my hobby. So I hope you guys could understand me through all the screeching and shaking of camera. And now I gotta go change this kid out of his pajamas and walk a dog. I'll see you guys later. Happy weekend. He wanted to say bye. Yeah. As long as we're here, I'll pop up the end screen and you can check out my blog, my Facebook page, or some previous videos. Click like and subscribe and comment if you've got any more ideas for me that are this kind of simple, easy healthcare stuff that doesn't take a lot of education to do, isn't harmful to anybody. Or if you want any more information about any of these 5 things that I've mentioned. Comment. See you later. Bye.